Hello, hope you're doing okay. Uh, Welcome to this exercise. This is part of a series of exercises. This is number 2, the cognitive exercise. Um, and so for this exercise, what you would need is a magazine or a sheet of paper with some text that you will need to read. You will need a book or a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to write with. So I'm going to give you a few seconds, and you're welcome to pause the video at any time and continue. So I'll give you a few seconds just to make sure that you have a magazine or some text that you can read and something that you can write on, and a pencil or pen. Right. Once you have that, if you want to make sure you are seated, right? If you're seated in a comfortable chair, make sure you're seated in good posture. And let's just start with a few deep breaths. I'm going to breathe in and breathe out, and then we'll get into the cognitive exercises. And again, I don't know wherever you are. Hope you're doing okay. All right. So let's breathe in and breathe out. 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 One last time. Nice deep breath. And breathe out. Excellent. I'm just going to take a sip of water. All right. Oh, let me introduce myself first. If you do not know me, my name is Aditya Jairas. I am an associate professor here in the Department of Design, Housing, and Merchandising at Oklahoma State University. I am here in the mixed reality lab, actually, and so yeah, let's get started. We're going to do a series of exercises to try and get your brain all fired up, right? Okay, so first thing we're going to do is let's say your dominant hand is your right hand, and if you're used to writing with your right hand, I would like for you to take your pencil or pen, right? And then using your non-dominant hand, write out 5 to 10 sentences, right? I'll give you a few minutes as you do that, and I'm going to do the same. Got my first sentence down. Again, no rush. Try to go at your own pace. I mean, the goal with the cognitive exercises is to try and do something that you're not used to doing, right? So I'll write my second sentence. Actually, how about this? Yeah, so you can see me right. I'm gonna go second sentence, maybe here. Let's say, Boy, this is a little more difficult than I thought it would be. If any of you is ambidextrous and you can write with both hands, I don't know. Whichever one is you don't use as much, 49.5 to 51.5%. Use the one that you don't use as much. All right. Okay. We'll keep writing. All right. Maybe I'll go up here, write another sentence. Mm, does not have to be long sentences, right? We've got only 30 minutes in this part of the exercise is less than 5 minutes, right? So we'll see. Wherever you are, you can stop. Our goal is to get in 5 to 10 sentences, right? One of my favorite sentences is, I like, or otherwise, I love chocolate. Or if my mom were to hear this, I might get into trouble. That's all right. Let's see. Take some water. All right. All right. All right, another one maybe. All right. I'll give you another few seconds if you want to write a few more sentences. And again, don't pay attention to me. Just keep writing if you're writing. Again, the goal is to try and do things that you normally do not do, right? So again, I'll let you finish up, then we can begin the next part of this exercise. Uh, do something here real quick while you do that. All right. Okay. This next one, it's possible that you look funny while doing this. I don't know. My mom swears by this, and I've read literature too that it's uh, there's mixed evidence, but I don't know. There's some literature saying that this is good for you. So here it goes. So what you want to do is these are tongue exercises, right? So here, stick your tongue out, move it to the left, move it to the right, right, up and down, right? Again, stick it out. Okay. Again, because this is something you don't do on a regular basis, right? And then you can also maybe do a few tongue rotations. You rotate one direction and then you rotate another direction. And then you rotate the other direction. Right? Okay, that's um, something I'll let you try it maybe. I don't know. Again, after you finish this series, maybe when you're brushing in the morning, or when you're sitting down, maybe having coffee, take some time to do some tongue exercises. I think it can be beneficial, right? Okay, so now let me move on to the next exercise. Um, so I am going to tell you a number. Please do not write this down. Please do not write this down, right? I'll tell you a number and try to remember it. And I will ask you to recall the number later on, right? So here's the number 405 269 8971. Again, I'll repeat the numbers 405 26. What? Ooh, ooh, brain freeze, right? So let me double check so that I'm not saying the wrong thing. Okay, four. When I try to use my hands, I start getting confused. 405 269 8971. 405 269 8971. One last time. 405 269 8971. If you remember, good. If you don't, it's all right. Right? Again. So now here's what I want you to do next. Right? Think of think of the names. Think of the names of your 5 good friends. Right? So let's say your friend is John Smith. Right? I'd like you to take your pencil and you can use your dominant hand this time, right? So first write down the names of your 5 friends, right? So John Smith, and then whoever your other 4 friends are, whoever is close to you. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to write those names down. Once you've gotten the 5 names down on paper, right, let me do this again. What I'd like for you is this again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 names, right? So what I'd like for you to do is take that first name, right? Take that first name and then write it backwards, right? So if the name is John Smith, I would say S. Oops, wrong there. Use my eraser. My bad. Right? So if it's John Smith, it will be H T I M S N H O J. Right? And then so on and so forth. My next name is Carol Carrot. And I just randomly came up with that. T O R R A C L O R A C. Right? And again, uh, whatever name you have, again, you're just writing it backwards, right? Boy, this is a little more challenging than I had imagined. And as you progress through, if you feel good, just think of the name, right, without even looking at it here, right? So because otherwise, when you look at it, it can be a little more easy, right? So if I say Bugs Bunny, and I want to write Bugs Bunny backwards, so you can think about it in your head and then write it. Bunny. E. Bugs. Oh, no. Got it wrong. All right. Right. That's again taking it to the next level. If you want to do that, you're welcome to do that too. Again, I'll give you a minute to finish up writing the names backwards. Right. Again, it's the same idea of doing things differently again because you want to try and create new neural connections in your brain and like they say, right, use it or lose it. it's it's the same for this 3.6 pound mass above your neck, right, the gray matter. And it's the same thing for your physical body. It's all about you've got to keep using it and challenging it. And if you do the things that are habitual and where you don't have to think about it, that's not really good for you, right? You want to challenge your brain, do your Sudoku, or do whatever it is that you do to challenge your brain. All right. If you're ready, then we can move on to the next exercise. And this is, I've got my little cheat sheet here to refer to. So, and you don't have to say this out loud, right? Just count from 20 to 1, from 20 to 1 backwards. And you can just do this in your mind. You don't have to state it out loud. So I'm going to do that too. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. I hope you have finished counting backwards from 20 to 1. Next, what you're going to do is, again, reach out for that magazine or any piece of paper with some text, any sentences on it, and we're going to try and read it. But this time we're going to do this differently, right? Typically, if I'm reading it, I have it facing me, right? I have the script facing me and I read it, right? So this time what you're going to do is you're going to flip the script, right? You're going to flip the script and then you're going to read while the text is facing the other way, right? So I'm going to be reading this text because usually the text is facing me, and so it's well, I can just read it like that, right? Take off corrective glasses. But now I'm just turning the sheet, right? Turning it 180 degrees, right? So in other words, the glasses, if it's like this, right? When I read it normally, if it's facing me this way, I'm going to turn it the other way, right? And then I'm going to try and read it. And again, you don't have to say this out loud. You can just read it quietly. All right. All right. Again, I'll give you a few sentences, a few seconds to finish up your reading exercise. And, just a different way to read, right? All the other thing is, again, yeah, you can try, maybe have someone write the words the other way. I mean, and then read from right to left. We're used to reading left to right and down, right? So, all right. Hope you're doing okay. If you need to, take a sip of water. Right? Always be mindful, and if you need to take a nice deep breath, uh, do so. All right. Next, let's choose an alphabet, right? I'm going to choose the alphabet K, right? K is in king. right? I'd like for you to think about 5 words that start with the alphabet K, right? And I just gave you one K as in king. I'd like for you to think of 5 other words that start with the alphabet K, right? And again, you do not have to state this out loud. You can just do this just quietly, right? And if you want to write it down, you can, right? Take your pencil and then you can just write down the 5 words that start with the alphabet K. Right? Hope you were able to write down 5 words that start with the letter, right? The alphabet K. K as in king. Right. Now, for the next exercise, what I'd like for you to do is look around you and identify 5 different objects that is black in color, right? So, for instance, my phone, this is black in color, right? So identify 5 different objects and you can look around you, right? And again, you do not have to state this out loud. You're just looking and searching for items, right, of a particular color. And again, as you progress through and then once you finished this exercise over the, I guess, uh, this time period of the study, you can challenge yourself, right? You can look for patterns, or you can look for, you need not limit it to color, right? Certain shapes and any of that. All right, excellent, excellent. Hope you're doing okay and you're feeling okay and you're all excited. Okay. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I am going to ask you to recall the number that uh, I think of before, not before this exercise, earlier, maybe in 10 minutes ago, I had given you a number. I'd stated a number, right? If you can remember that phone number and just write that down. Take some time if you want to just think about it. Okay, what was that number? And then you can write that down. All right. Okay, next, whenever you are ready, right? List the months of the year backwards, right? So in other words, you don't go from January, you start from December and then go backwards, right? December, November, and so on and so forth. And you can write it down. You don't have to state this out loud once again. You can just write this down, right? Backwards. And again, I'm writing something else. Again, try not to look at the video and just listen to what I'm saying, and then you can just write it. And then when, yeah, I'll give you a few seconds to finish up, right? Again, it's just where you were just thinking and writing that down. And if you're done, always just go back to your breathing, right? Mindful breathing. All right. I think we'll leave it there. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope these exercises will be useful to you. And like I always say, uh, stay safe and stay happy. All right. I'll see you next time then. Thank you. Bye.